Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Mic Check Podcast. This is T-Word People's Champ. Today, we're going to talk about a little bit of boxing, but before we do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate the support. If you feel like hitting that cash app, it is rolling down the screen below, so feel free to do so. But on that note, we're going to jump right into it and get into our prediction of the PBC Fight Night card that's going down January 7th, which is tonight. So, we're going to go ahead and start at the top of the televised card. And the first prediction I want to give is the Demetrius Andrade versus Damon Nicholson. I expect that fight to go the distance. I don't predict a knockout. I do believe Demetrius Andrade is going to look very, very good in this fight. I think he's going to show some style, some swagger, and he's going to make a really great PBC debut. And I expect him to win by unanimous decision. Though it will be a hotly contested match, I think he'll clearly be the winner of this fight. Next on the card is going to be Speedy Rashidi Ellis against Roman Villa, who has 23 knockouts in 24 fights, so he can definitely crack. I expect Rashidi to offset the power with speed, footwork, and technique, and use patience to win this fight. I do expect a late stoppage. I'm thinking around the 8th and 9th round, he's going to catch Roman with something sweet, and he's going to put him on his back for the night. So around the 8th and 9th round, I'm expecting KO for Rashidi Ellis. Now, don't be surprised if my two predictions thus far are actually flipped, because there's a possibility for both. I just think that Damon Nicholson is a very game opponent for Demetrius Andrade, and he's going to put his best foot forward, and he'll definitely survive the fight, whereas Villa is going to rely on his power to win. And I do expect Rashidi Ellis to take advantage of some careless mistakes and catch him slipping late with a nice power shot to the chin and end his night early. Next on the card is the co-main. That's going to be Jaron Boots Ennis against Karan Chazechin, or Chukazan, I guess they say. And this is going to be a pretty decent fight for as long as it lasts. I expect this fight to last about 2 rounds. Jaron Ennis is going to make a statement in his pay-per-view debut, and he's going to put Karan down for the night early because he doesn't get paid for overtime. Like he says, it's in and out like a robbery, and I expect him to go ahead and steal this fight away from Karan and move into the interim title spot for the IBF and become the #1 and mandatory contender for Errol Spence Jr. And we'll talk about the ramifications of a win tonight after the fight. I might do a rapid reaction, but don't hold me to that. I might have one too many and decide to call it a night after the fight's over. Don't hold it against me. We'll talk tomorrow on the Angry Man Podcast live broadcast around 3 p.m. Eastern time. Central time. Okay, so finally, the big match of the night. We have Gervonta Tank Davis making his return after KOing Rolando Rolly Romero, and Hector Luis Garcia, his first fight after becoming WBA Super Champion at 130 pounds. He's moving up to 135 pounds, which is lightweight, to fight Gervonta Tank Davis for what I think is his regular championship, because he's a super champ. He can challenge for that belt. But I don't believe Hector has the tools to beat Gervonta on this night. What I expect to happen is Tank is going to feel him out for about the first round or two, and then by the 3rd round, he's going to begin to set him up with traps, find ways to sneak in the uppercut, and finally the left hook. And eventually, he's going to KO Hector Garcia somewhere around the 5th or 6th round, similar to the Rolando Romero fight. And it's going to be a short night for pretty much everybody after the first 2 fights on the card. So we're looking at a great card. I'm really excited about the fight. Can't wait getting it queued up on the TV right now so I can go ahead and get into the undercard, which is starting on YouTube shortly. And really interested to see how these fights are going to go as well. Obviously, I'm not going to predict these things, but again, I'm going to recap here. We've got Demetrius Andrade by decision. We have Rashidi Ellis by knockout. We have Boots Ennis by early knockout. And we have Tank Davis by mid-fight knockout. So those are my predictions. Go ahead and drop down in the comments and tell me what you think before we get into this heavy-duty fight night. And until the next time, this has been T-Word for the Mic Check Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're out of this thing. Peace.